In car design, we want to help you guys figure out the best and easiest way to put together designs. And we've noticed through our design videos in the past that really the key to a design that catches the eye and looks really good is the wheel and the decal matching up.
Yeah, and the items blending well together, having some sort of theme around it.
Exactly. So in this video, we want to really just show you certain combination rather than just like a full car. I mean, we will show you examples of full cars, but like we're going to emphasize the combination of the wheel and the decal and what you can do with certain combinations. Because like I said, as we've designed cars, we've noticed that those are the two keys. So if we can just give you those two keys, so to speak, on design, then you should be well on your way to making some really cool designs that are your own.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to give you tons of inspiration and different setups so you guys can like work or like build upon that and make your own cars and make it as easy as possible for you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, so for the first one, I actually think we've done this together before. In an episode of Rocket Fashion, maybe?
Yeah, it looks familiar.
But Trigon and Illuminata are two very similar. Like, it was almost as if they were made for each other. With the pattern of the decal and the animation of it, and in combination with the tread on the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about matching up decals and wheels, we had to include this one because it's one of the best examples of the wheel and the decal synergy with those triangles.
Yeah, exactly.
And the blinking and the pulsating sort of in both the wheel and the decal. I have to get the Fire God decal. It's the top of my list because it's not as expensive as the Dissolver, but it has a similar.
Yeah,
sort of
it used to be it always used to be like Heatwave and Draco back in the day. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, Fire God is like it's the brightest decal in the game, and the animation of it together with the wheel is perfect. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, I mean there's Fire God in the treads, like you can see it. It looks like it's the same.
Yeah, and you can do a bunch of different stuff in terms of both like experiment with boosts and with all sorts of colors, obviously.
Yeah, in general, dragon designs are you have quite a bit of possibilities in this game. Of course, the Gold Explosion, you could do the dueling dragons with this. There's also Dragon Lord for the Octane, but that's a whole nother thing since this is more about the Fire God, but still, there's lots of dragons.
On this one, we're going for the bright version.
Yeah, exactly. We're focusing on the flames, the fire.
I've actually done a couple of my own with this setup. It's perfect. The lines on Streamline in comparison to Chrono wheels are matching perfectly. And you can use, if you can't find the perfect Chrono wheel, maybe Proton actually works as well in a way. But Chrono is definitely the first choice.
It has that similar pulsing lines, but I always thought the Chrono wheels were way underrated.
The reason this is my new favorite black market decal is because of the fact that when you're in game, it's the animation on a black market decal that's the most prominent out of all of them. Like the lines come out and you can make them super bright, and you can see the animation so clearly in game.
That's great because I feel like that gets lost because sometimes like it looks so great in the menu and your design looks amazing, but then on the field you're like, you can't really tell. I'm gonna have to pick that up because I do. That's one of the best things is when your car like pops out just from being on the field. This one had to make a reappearance because again, we were talking about those decal and wheel matches, and this is the pinnacle of that.
Exactly, it falls under the trippy category. The animation of Hypnotics and Hypnotic wheels and the Stormwatch decal is perfect. And
Stormwatch is pretty actually affordable right now, right? Isn't it? It's not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like it dropped a bit. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Hypnotics will probably be, a little more pricey, but it depends what color you want to do, because you could do, whatever color you do, you could choose a cheaper color, which in my opinion, sometimes the cheaper colors actually look better in some cases.
So they finally fixed the dot rush decal on the Octane. I don't know if you knew this, but
no, I didn't. It was broken or what? What was wrong?
Yeah, a while back. It was the same thing as Snakeskin had for a while, where you couldn't use a painted Octane body with the dot rush decal. When you put on the decal, you basically went back to default Octane.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they finally fixed that, and now you can match up the dot rush with Infinium wheels in whatever way you want to, basically.
Yeah, and the color and the painted Octane is pretty important because that is the accent in the Infinium wheel. Because there's two colors in the Infinium wheel. Like, because the paint is just the dots, but there's always pink in there, right? If I remember correctly, or there's always.
Nah, depending on the painted variation of the wheel.
That's right.
The center circle of the wheel changes. So yeah, there are like almost endless color combinations with this.
So all you really need to do is just look at what painted finish you get, and then whatever the color of the inner circle is the color of your Octane. And this card just looks really cool and sci-fi-y.
Yeah, futuristic.
Oh yeah, it's got that nice little 80s retro look to it.
Exactly. Put on some synthwave music and go for it.
Exactly. Put on the Tron soundtrack and just dominate your opponents. I remember this one, pretty sure. So I remember those REEVRB wheels.
Yeah, REEVRB Labyrinth combo.
Yes.
Perhaps the most. Again, we're talking in like the trippy category, but in terms of the animation matching perfectly, and a bit depending on what car you use it on, the animation of these two line up perfectly.
Yeah. This does look like something straight out of like an optical illusion book.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
I'd definitely say that the animation looks better on some cars compared to others. Some cars it definitely lacks a bit. Depending on what car you use, you can see if it works out.
Mozz, you say this is for the memes, but I would rock this.
I mean, it's different, but the people who know me and what I do in regards to car designs will know that I like to do things a bit differently here and there. But yeah, going for the Tora is a risky move. It's just another one of those decal wheel combinations that just works perfectly. And if you go for red and white, get the candy cane trail, and you're absolutely golden.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the best thing is you could do way more colors too. I mean, the candy cane obviously is the only one that's red and white, but peppermint wheels, you can do any color.
Of course.
And decal, you could do any color. So mad crazy stripes up in here.
Yeah.
This'll turn heads. No doubt. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little inspiration from Mozz and I. Mozz, of course, he's been in a couple videos of mine before, and he's definitely gonna keep doing that. He's one of the new collaborators I was talking about. Even though he's been here before, he's now solidified as a solid contributor to the channel. So it's gonna be great having him back for more of these amazing design videos.